Hello and welcome back to the Emberclaw Clan of New Reach and of course to RimWorld. Where we last left off, we just advanced to the medieval era. We're still struggling for wood, but we now also officially have tailoring, so we can go ahead and give our pawns a little bit better clothes. So to do that, we're going to need to jump into production here, and we are going to need to put down a wooden hand tailor bench. And I think I would actually prefer to make that out of steel, because we don't have a ton of wood. I'm going to put that there for now, and I'm also going to throw a tailor cabinet down in that corner. It should link to all of our tool cabinets, as well as that tailor cabinet. I don't know what that was made out of, though. Let me just quickly figure that out. So that is just steel. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We can definitely go ahead and do that. And once that's set up, we can go ahead and actually start crafting some clothing. Now, I did have a look through at what we unlocked, and I am no longer going to be making these pelt coats. The tribal wear one can now also probably just go away. Kid tribal wear can go away as well because we have 3. I'll continue making the backpacks. And as for the helmets, I don't think I want my ranged colonists wearing helmets. That might be a terrible decision that comes back to bite me in the ass, but it's what I'm going to go with. I have a plan for that. So I only need these for my melee pawns now. So I'm wondering whether or not I can add a filter in here that says only craft enough if they're wearing like a melee weapon, right? So I'm going to have a look through this for a second and figure that out. Okay, so I think I got it to figure it out. I just went in here and said all equipped weapon matches any of heavy mace, right? So if they've got a heavy mace, they should also have a helmet. And that seems to have worked. It's now 3+1 rather than the 15+1 that we had before. So that should be okay. I'm wondering if I can now export this or save it somehow. I can rename it heavy mace. Actually, let's just say melee person and see if that works. And then I might be able to export search to save to library, to saved searches, melee person. Okay. Now, if I confirm, keep those changes, I would also like only our melee people wearing the Centurion armor. So we can now go in here, 1 per person plus X. I can make that +1. Details, edit who counts as a person, and I can now import search from, load from library, saved searches, melee person, and that should work absolutely fantastically. I can also do the exact same thing for my quivers. Obviously, I can't do that for the maces, but that's fine. And yeah, I can do that for the crossbows, for the quivers, all of the things that I only want on ranged people. So I might go ahead and fix all of these up so that we're not overproducing stuff and go from there. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, that should now be good. I've just got it so it's making 3 spare crossbows at any given time. They should all be 51% or above and normal or above. That should be okay. I might even increase that to 52 just because we're unequipping it at 51. So yeah, that might be worth actually doing on all of these things. Make these all 52. So we have 3 spare crossbows, 3 spare heavy maces, quivers for anyone who is ranged, and I just did that by changing this to if they have a crossbow equipped. And then melee people all get a Centurion helmet, and melee people also get Centurion armor. And that should be good. Sorry, excuse me. I'm still recovering from being sick, and my voice just sometimes goes in and out, but that should be okay at the very least until we get that tailoring bench set up. And the only thing we need to go ahead and do is manage these apparel policies, make sure these guys can actually wear Centurion helmets and armor, and the ranged people are no longer going to wear the helmets. I'll keep them on for now because we don't have anything better for them to wear, but we will soon, and that should be good to go. So I'm going to let them run for a little bit. They should get this built, as well as finish out the floors, which is very, very close to being done. The only other thing that I am going to queue up is another bedroom, because we do have another baby on the way to being a person who needs a bed. So I'll go ahead and get that set up nice and quickly. They can go there, and we'll grab marble slabs, throw that in there, little tub, and their latrine, which needs to be rotated. And that should, in theory, be good to go. So I'll let them run for a little bit. We do have an animal linking ceremony ready as well. I'll probably go ahead and give that to Lily once everyone is up and about, but for now, we'll continue on. All right, a lot just happened. Red has officially been recruited. They obtained the submissive trait. We don't really care about any of that because they are going out into the world. So we're immediately going to form a caravan with Red and send them on their way. They are going to go to the woodcutting one. So we'll go ahead and send a caravan. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Cancel all of that. Form a caravan that is going out to there. 0.4 days to get there. That will be Red. You can take whatever you want. That'll be fine. Continue. Go away. Perfect. And we also have a buck that is gone mad. Thankfully, we do have Ruben and Puma here, which are both melee pawns, so we can just go ahead and draft. And we should, in theory, be able to take this buck out without any real problems. Didn't even take any damage, so absolutely fantastic. We'll finish that off. Get these guys, undraft. Ruben, please finish off that buck. And we can go from there. So we'll be back in a little bit. Oh, thank goodness. I was just thinking in my head, we have a massive hole in our wall over here. Thankfully, these guys are going to prepare for a while. There are a few of them, and they do now have guns, which is honestly a little bit scary. Let's jump into our enemies tab here, and yeah, it looks like they all have guns. Not ideal for us, but we should be able to handle them. Also, none of our traps are up, so this could be interesting. We have one trap for them. This is all broken, so I need to get Ueli over here prioritizing construction on like half of these. I need to get Catrion to participating in animatry linking. Okay. Leave animatry linking and then prioritize this, please. Is Ueli also participating in that? No, thankfully. That should be okay. Hopefully these guys don't wander too close to the animatry, because that is currently where all of our pawns are. And that is a little bit terrifying. I'm scared. I'm gonna let this run. Hopefully they can get this wall up and built before anything terrible happens. Animatry linking is now finished, so we can jump into Lily here, grab her psychos, and figure out what we want. So we can either do Bliss, or we can do Word of Inspiration, which leads to the Psychic Soothe for females. Bliss does, after a brief meditation period, induce a sense of serenity in the target that reaches maximum magnitude near the effect's end. As the calming feeling becomes more pronounced, they will find it harder to concentrate, but it is not considered a malicious attack. So that just basically cheers someone up. The end here is... yeah, okay. I'm just going to go this way for right now. I am also going to jump into my schedule and say, everyone please stay in the home area. The reason I'm not doing safe is because I do still want them to have access to these walls over here. Catrion and Ueli are heading over, and that should be okay. We do have a little bit of starvation on Medic. I don't know why. Medic should probably just go and eat. It's really not that serious. Do we have any food in here? No. Okay. Okay, we only have desserts. That is probably why. Instead of that then, go ahead and grab... do we have milk? Yeah, we do. Consume some milk, please. Eat up before our battle here, and this should hopefully get done relatively quickly. Hopefully before they start attacking. If not, we should still be okay because, yeah, it's pretty much done now. Catrion's going to finish that. I don't want you eating a simple meal right now. Instead, I would like you to prioritize some of these traps. That's probably going to be more important. Catrion, you can come in here. Prioritize constructing these traps, and that should be okay. Hopefully they take a little bit longer to set up and prepare, and we'll try and get as many of these traps done as we can. Alright, Red has officially arrived at the destination. This was making 900. Now it is going to make 1125. That is going to be good for us. And our traps are also almost finished here, so that is good. And they are now beginning their assault. I'm going to wait a second. There we go. And now I will draft everybody. I'm going to start with Dragon and Medic because they are the ones that operate our crossbows. Go ahead and get you, and you are going to man that. I probably won't man the other one just because we still don't have this storage built. So everyone else who has a bow can be drafted and thrown right along there. Let's do it like this, and then I'll grab my melee guys. We'll draft them, throw them in there, and then we'll figure everyone out once they're actually in place. All right, and here they come. Hopefully this goes okay. I'm a little bit scared of the weapons, but at the very least, we'll be able to steal some of them, potentially. I'm less concerned about stealing the weapons and more concerned about stealing their ammo, because that is so far down the tech tree that I'm not going to have guns for a long time. But this looks like it's going okay to start with. Got a good bunch of them down. Hopefully we get one more down with that last trap. Not quite. And now we start the battle. And they're retreating. Thankfully, we didn't have to deal with the guns today. Perfect. All right, undraft. Actually, are you guys retreating as well? Yes. Just double checking that everyone is in fact retreating. And now we can go ahead and see whether or not we need any of these people. You are absolutely getting recruited because you're a miner and I need more miners in my mining settlement. You probably not. You're sickly. You have good medicine, but no. You are, again, medical. No. Another miner. I absolutely think we'll take them. And another miner. Perfect. That is exactly what we want to see. And no, I don't care about you. You have some plant skill, but you're unwaveringly loyal, and you're unwaveringly loyal. So it's going to be you, and you. So these three here. 1 hour, 1 hour, and 4 hours. Okay, so we might not get all of them, but we'll do our very best. I'm going to grab Medic here, draft them. You have an hour left, so I'm going to say, Medic, please come straight through the middle rather than going around. If I stabilize, will you go through the middle? I hope so. And then in terms of our other doctors, we have Anders and Emily. Anders, if I can find them, is going to go ahead and stabilize them. This is the 4 hour one, so that should be okay. And then where is Emily? Emily is here. You're going to try and stabilize this one, but I don't know how well it's going to work because they only have an hour left. So let's see how this goes. Medic is thankfully going right up the middle. You still have an hour left. You have 0.9. It's going to be close. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try our very, very best. It's a little bit slow going through here as well. Medic is coming in, stabilizing them. You still have 0.7 hours. We might even be able to get Medic to come up here and use her Psycast on them instead. Let's go here with Medic. You have 0.5. Emily's working on it. Anders, you are finished with them, so that's perfect. Let's grab Anders here. You can capture them. Medic, Emily can now go down and capture them. Medic should hopefully have this up again, and that can be used there. And now Medic can be undrafted and wait for them to get out of the way and capture Leslie. I think we managed that pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the result there. A little bit hard to see with the rain, but you know, it is what it is. This psychic rain, by the way, has been going for 40 days now. Yeah. Hopefully it ends sometime soon because I'm sick of looking at the dark. But that should be okay. All of our prisoners should officially be all right. Toll here has had their resistance broken, so they should be recruited nice and soon as well. And we can move on with our day. As for the rest of these guys, I will go ahead and strip them all and see if we can't get any guns and stuff. Let's see what they've actually got on them. So you have a volcanic pistol and some full metal jacket ammo and some packaged survival meals, which is also really quite nice. You have a sawed-off shotgun and 8 shells. You, if I can click on you, have a Derringer and some 8 shots. You have 303 British AP, which is going to be really nice for us, and a hunting rifle. Unfortunately, it's poor, but, you know, it is what it is. Our first industrial-style raid, and we managed it without firing a bullet. Absolutely fantastic. All right, Toll has officially been recruited. We're going to jump back into the world map. And what was Toll? Toll was, if I can find them, there they are. You were going to be a plant person? Really? Why did I grab you? Did I think your plants were 8? You're not as good as I thought you were. Okay. Well, we have cooking, plants, and animals. I definitely don't want to keep you. But I guess you're going to go to the wood chopping camp. It's only going to increase it by 3, but it is what it is, I suppose. Let's jump back to the world map. Go here, form a caravan. They're going to go out to there, except this is going to be Toll. You can take whatever you need, which is just apparently herbal medicine. Maybe take some food with you. Ah, it's because jerky is not edible. Okay. Sure. You're going to be fine. It's not that far of a distance. And we will get all of these prisoners healed up and ready to be recruited. It looks like we are going to eat a couple of these survival meals. I'm fine with it. Our cooks have been a little bit lazy recently, so it sort of is what it is. If I can grab those humans and say finish those off, that should be good as well. And it looks like we have maybe a trader in here as well. So that, I believe that's a trader? No, it is not. Okay. I'll wait for them to come into their spot and see if any of them are traders, but that should be okay. And then once everyone wakes up and is happy again, I'll make sure to prioritize some more cooking, get some more meals in here as well. I did go ahead and adjust some of the priorities, so Lily and Ueli should cook pretty frequently, and Ruben should help out with cooking as well. They only have 6 levels in skill, but it's going to have to do. I might even deprioritize that and do that instead, just to make sure that we are cooking all of the food that we possibly can. And apparently, Hawk is pregnant. Now, if you guys don't remember, Hawk is one of our colonists that went off to work in an outpost. So I don't know what happens when they give birth at an outpost. I have no idea. I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, that should be very, very interesting. It's also saying we don't have any space to put these things. Are these all full? Yes. Yes, they are. These are all full of cloth. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I can probably, for the moment, go ahead and select all of these guys. They shouldn't be linked. Okay. You guys are unlinked and then relinked here. And these are going to be for cloth. That is going to be preferred, no, important. So we should move a bunch of that cloth over and that should be okay. This is all cloth and stuff as well. They just don't hold all that much. Yeah, we might even have to go ahead and build a few more of those in here. We jump into our storage, grab ourselves medium containers. I guess we could do something like that and that would work. And then I can select all linked here, grab these and link them as well. We definitely have way more cloth than we need, but we also are about to use a whole bunch of it once this tailoring bench is set up. So I think it'll be okay. All right, Toll has officially arrived. We'll go ahead and add them in. This is now making 1350 wood in 3 quadrums. I can't wait for that first delivery of wood to come in. I really can't. Alright, we officially have finished our other storage thing. I just set that to 1 stack. I also set us to make more crossbow bolts, and that should be good to go. I also completely forgot to unrestrict everyone so they can go be wherever they need to be. We do have a major break risk over here with Alarius. I'm hoping that this trees ravaged thing goes away very, very soon. I understand that we did cut down trees quite recently. And yeah, it sort of is what it is. But thankfully, we do have like 1,000 wood laying around, so we might be okay for wood for the meantime. All right, Gunpowder is officially finished. I'm going to pause the game. That is going to allow us to make musket balls, which I probably will never use. But the main reason that I did that is so that we can actually start working on, if I can find it. We can't make makeshift weapons because we can't make the ammunition until we get all the way down to precision rifling and then advanced ammunition. So that's not going to work for us. But what can work is, in here somewhere, is matchlocks. That will allow us to get these, and then we can go for gunpowder, which will allow us to use the muskets with the musket balls. And that's the plan. So matchlocks is next, and then we'll do the secondary gunpowder. And that should unlock guns for us, which is very exciting. Matchlocks is now officially finished as well. That is going to bring a raid with it. We're not going to use any of that. We're going to go straight to gunpowder. And they are attacking immediately. Thankfully, all of our traps are now fixed. And it looks like these guys might still be a little bit primitive, so we don't have to worry as much about weapons. Looks like they do have one gun, a frontier pistol, but otherwise it's just bombs. Hopefully they don't get close enough to throw any of them. And yeah, we should be okay. Let me just check this. Okay, never mind. We might not be okay. These raiders are intending to breach our walls. They'll determine their own path into our colony and destroy anything in their way. So this is kind of scary. Our first breaching raid is not ideal for us. I am going to set everyone up and just bring them to a central point for the moment. Hopefully you can get back in the base before they come down here. And yeah, I guess we're going to have to figure this out. Now, this is a good point. These guys are going to try and walk across this bridge. And that is a perfect opportunity for us to take some pot shots. So I'm going to set everyone up out here. We'll use all of the psycasts available to us to try and get these guys taken down before they get to us. And maybe we'll take some shots, but, you know, it's going to be better than the alternative of them trying to break into our walls and having to deal with them from there. So we can start off with some chain bolts. That'll get a couple of them. Hopefully these guys all start shooting soon. There we go. First one down. We can now do a quick little explosion over here. Explode a whole bunch of them. That'll stop them in their tracks. I'm going to do this at half speed because I'm terrified. And we'll continue on with things like Thunderbolt up there. Perfect. That took down a few. We'll go for another chain bolt on these guys. This guy is shooting at us, but I think we're okay for the moment. Let's go ahead and get a breathe flame on you. And a fireball on this guy. And if I can get a chain bolt on him as well, should help take him out a little bit quicker. Looks like we're mostly focusing on this guy with the gun who isn't shooting at us, which is good. These guys are getting a little bit too close for my liking. Thunderbolt on them. Perfect. You are running away still. Hopefully someone can hit them anytime now. Oh, they're actually all fleeing. Absolutely perfect. We nailed that raid if I just get rid of these. Looks like Medic took a little bit of damage, but that's just bruises from the social fight that they had. Lily also has a bruise from an arrow. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to undraft everyone. You should be running away. Actually, no, redraft everyone and let's continue firing at this guy. So grab everyone who has a bow and say crossbow on you. And then I'll grab my ranged people, melee people, and we'll start just berating them with things. And hopefully, there we go. Now they're taken down. We should be a little bit safer in this location now. And we can see if we want to grab any of these guys. You don't have anything I want. You have some plant skill. Unwaveringly loyal, though. You have a little bit of everything, to be honest. 8 across the board is wild. You have creepy breathing, so I don't really want you in my colony. But I could definitely send you to the mining colony. So Red is someone I might take. You have good crafting. I could definitely send you to my crafting colony. Absolutely. You also have plants and animals. Okay, so maybe just those two for the moment. And anyone else, maybe, no, you're unwaveringly loyal, and you, no. Okay, so it's going to be you and you. Let's grab medic. How is your psi focus going? It's going pretty well, actually. So you are going to go ahead and stabilize red. They only have 4 conditions. You only have 11 conditions, so we should be actually fine to undraft and just go ahead and capture with you. And who is my other doctor? I always forget. Anders. Anders can go ahead and grab, was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah. Anders can go ahead and capture you. That should fill up the prison. And I forgot to undraft everyone before I did that. So all of you and all of you, undraft, grab Anders back, and you can go ahead and capture. Medic should be going ahead and capturing them. We'll allow all, and that should be good to go. Absolutely fantastic. I was a little bit scared about the first breacher raid, but they didn't even end up using the stick bombs. Suppression is key, making sure they are not fighting back when we are fighting them. So absolutely fantastic. We'll get them in here. We'll get them all treated up and go from there. All right, our tailoring bench is officially built. It should have all of the bonuses, I believe. I think we can only use 1 tailoring cabinet. Max connected per building, 2. Maybe it can use 2. I'm going to build another one here just in case it can. Or actually, there probably makes a little bit more sense. And then I will go ahead and set up all of my things that I want to create. And I'll come back once that is all set up and ready to go. Alright, this is the plan. We're making dusters for anyone with range. We are making pants and button-down shirts for everyone, backpacks for everyone, kid rompers for anyone who is a child, vests for everyone, kid backpack for anyone who is a child. That should probably be a little bit higher. And boots for everyone except for Lily. Lily is going to get shoes and a great dress because they improve social impact. And then caps for all of our ranged people. And the reason we're doing that is because this gives plus 10 aiming accuracy and plus 2 weapon handling, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic. So that is the plan. I'm going to allow anyone to do any of these. I did go ahead and change up the work tab on crafting a little bit. So Stefanton, I'm considering just removing him from this entirely. But if he does do some things, I think it's going to be okay. I think it'll be all right. We'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. But that is the plan. Now, we will need to remove backpacks from there. We're actually not using this at all. The only thing that we do need to make is quivers, and we're making that over here. So that should be okay. We could go ahead and copy that and place that in there instead, and then get rid of it from there. I don't know why we would, just to clean it up a little bit, I guess. And that should be all right. That is 1 per person plus X, and that should just be, okay, that didn't transfer over. So that is going to be anyone who is ranged will get a quiver. Heap changes, continue, perfect. All right, the only other thing left to go ahead and do is assign all of this stuff to them to be able to wear. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera or in a time lapse real quick, and we'll come back in a second. All right, and that should be all set up and ready to go. I'm going to throw caps a little bit higher on this list, probably above vests, but underneath the kid stuff. I might even do the kid stuff first, just to make sure that our kids are actually clothed. I think that's probably a good idea, and then we'll do dusters, pants, button-down shirts, backpacks, caps, vest, boots, and shoes, great dress, gloves, and call that a day. I think that'll be okay, and they're going to have a lot of crafting to do. Hopefully we can work our way through some of this cloth that is just jamming up all of the works over here. I'm considering even going to all of these and saying, hey, don't put cloth in there. If we have too much, just put it somewhere else. Because we can store it there. I built all of these in here so that it can store some cloth. So we should be okay to not store any cloth in there, and I think it'll be all right. But we'll have to see. So with that all being said and done, I'm going to let this run for a little bit longer. I believe I assigned everyone in here to be recruited, and they will eventually go off to our training camps. I'm considering doing another Night of the Embered Skies as soon as this countdown goes away. It's currently at negative 3.3, so it's negligible, but I'll probably do that, you know, once it's actually gone, which shouldn't be too far away. And then we can use Medic to go ahead and recruit all of these guys a little bit faster. So we'll come back in a little bit. All right, it is a time to gather the crew. We do have a little bit of wood lying around, so I don't mind doing this. It's 100% quality, 80% chance that it's good, 20% chance that it's not. Let's go ahead and get that done so that we can recruit all of these new people using Medic's great abilities and go from there. Everyone's going to grab their Emberclaw Clan glasses, a link down in the description if you would like your own. And fingers crossed this is a good one. And unforgettable, that's going to give everyone plus 10 mood. Everyone's psi focus was recharged. Absolutely fantastic. We also get 2 more development points for our ideology. Great. So now we can grab Medic. We're going to draft them. He's going to come into the prison. She is going to come into the prison. I still can't get my head around that. Medic, the member, is male. Medic, the character, is female. We're going to do a group link in here. Get that done. And then we will use Word of Trust on Leslie since they are closest. And that should, in theory, bring everyone's resistance down to 0 so they can all be recruited nice and quickly. We'll go ahead and undraft Medic. It's also going to save us a ton of food in the long run and go from there. All right, we have our first new recruit. That was Tanner, if I can find them. There they are. Let's have a quick look at what they're good at. They are good at mining, so we're going to send them to the mining camp. I'm going to do this every single time we recruit someone, just so that I make sure everyone is going to the right location. Speaking of right locations, let me pause, go to the world map. Which one is our mining camp? That would be this one in the middle, so we'll come from here, go to there, accept, and that is going to be Tanner. You can honestly take whatever you need. Take some fine meals, sure. Confirm that, they will get sent off. I'll probably skip that for the rest of these because you know how that works at this point, but that's going to be good. All right, we've got a couple of them sent off, and our colonists are now requiring us to have a dutiful mark. For right now, I'm going to build that in here. Eventually, we will build an ideology room. I'm thinking maybe up here. But for right now, this is going to have to do. So I'll jump into ideology real quick. We'll grab the dutiful mark. That is going to cost us 50 steel. That'll be okay. And for right now, I'm just going to throw it right there. It's in the recreation room. That should keep them nice and happy. Someone should get working on that relatively quickly. And we'll go from there as we get a new recruit. We actually have an ambrosia spout that we can actually harvest now. So I am going to go into my manager tab here, and I'm going to say foraging, new job, ambrosia bush. I would like to keep 200 of these at any given point in time. That should be good. I'm going to not count all on the map and only fully matured plants, and I'll start managing that. This one's paused. That's probably still fine. Yeah, I might even just delete this job. Because it is no longer necessary. And what else are we doing in here? Forestry is paused. Let's go ahead and delete that as well. I don't want that to accidentally start ravaging things again. So the only thing we're using this for at the moment is gathering steel, which we did actually find some more of down here, which is nice. I believe we've harvested most of it at this point, but that should be good. The next thing I'll probably go ahead and dig into is over here, just so that we can get a little bit more. We also have some steel just laying around down here, so we're not doing too bad on steel at the moment. But yeah, we're going to continue on as all of these guys head to their locations. We'll get them all set up, finishing building this, and hopefully someone starts crafting at some point soon. All right, Rook is in labor. I can't jump to the location because it is, you know, in one of our colonies. In one of our outposts, so I'm just going to say okay and see what happens. I honestly have no idea how that functions, but I guess we're about to find out. Hawk's labor went from debilitating to intense. That's probably not good. All right, so I'm just going to basically give this trader 1,000 cloth and all of my junk weapons that I don't want. It's going to be a gift. This is basically my way of managing my wealth and freeing up some storage space. I don't really care about the things. We get a little bit of reputation with them, and that sort of just is what it is, and that will be absolutely fine. And that is the final caravan arriving in its destination. We are now going to get 1,575 wood from our woodcutting camp. We're going to get 920 marble blocks from our mining camp. We can at some point change that to steel, which I think I will do after the next delivery. We can also get gold, which like quite a lot of gold, which is also very interesting. And if we get up to 40 skill in here, we can actually mine plasteel, which is going to be nice as well. And then we should be getting 52 components from our crafting one. Once we get up to total skill 50 in here, we can also change this to be advanced components. But for now, I'm going to leave them all as they are. I'll change the mining one to steel once we get that next delivery in. And I think that will be absolutely fantastic. We still haven't started crafting down here, but I believe that's because Anders is still working on some Centurion armor. And that'll be okay. He's also currently working on a crossbow, which can just be cancelled. We don't need that. And yeah, that should be good. So he'll continue working down there, and hopefully we get some crafting done at some point very, very soon. Alright, a cargo pod with some clothes has landed nearby. It looks like we're getting a sash, and I think that's it. I probably won't use that. That will probably just get sold, but it is what it is. I'm also installing some vents in here. I will go ahead and also build some passive coolers in here and one more in there as well. I will immediately, after they're built, turn off automatic refuel, and we'll only do that once it starts to warm up a little bit. With this volcanic winter, we should stay cool enough that we don't need it. But if we do, we can always go ahead and do that. I think this is going to be the most important one because Bunz here doesn't have any clothes to keep them warm or cool. And yeah, that's going to be absolutely fine. As I say that, we've got gunpowder officially finished. That is going to unlock the musket, which is what I am going to use. That has the musket ball, which we're going to have to start producing. And its stats are okay. Range is 45, which is fantastic. Aiming time is a little bit slow. And yeah, I think that'll be good. It does require a little bit of wood and some components, but that is all things that we currently have. We actually have 2,500 wood at the moment, which is just great. I am going to wait to craft those muskets until we have all of our clothing made though, because otherwise we're just not going to get any of that to happen. So that should be okay. And yeah, we will go from there. We'll come back in a little bit once a little bit more of this crafting is complete. Where did all my trees go? They don't have allowed cutting on, so they shouldn't be harvested. Did they just die? How long does the maple tree live for? It lives for 243 days, so no. Is that where all my wood came from? Did we just cut down all of these trees? That shouldn't be a thing that happened. I'm going to be really sad if that is what happened. We do still have the trees ravaged debuff, but I'm not sure how long that, like whether or not this was from that. Why do we not have trees in here? I am concerned that that is what happened. I think we cut them all down. Okay, I might need to get all of these planted and then I will remove all of the zones because that is not good. So you currently have a maple tree that is growing. Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of all of these growing zones once these maple trees have, you know, started to work because they shouldn't be getting cutting down. That is a bad thing. Bad colonists. Oh, and I completely forgot to choose a research project. The question is, what do we want to go for next? Electricity is incredibly tempting. That would save us an absolute ton in wood because we would be able to get air conditioning. We would be able to get all of that running on a single wood burning furnace rather than, you know, restocking all of our wall torches, all of our coolers. And then we could work towards getting, you know, like solar panels and wind turbines and all of that. I think that might be the best choice. We have some guns that we can start working on. The other option is to dive into hygiene, but I think I would like electricity first. Now, this is going to be slower to research because project base cost 1600, which is what it would normally cost, becomes 2400 because of our tech level. So it's going to be slower to research, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to get them started on electricity, and we can work our way into the industrial age a little bit before we start working on some other medieval techs, and I think that'll be okay. But I'm going to let them continue on, replant all of these trees, and then take away the zones where they are, because I don't want them cutting them down. Most of the ash has settled, so the volcanic winter is officially over. I did go ahead and turn on these passive coolers. Everywhere else I'm just going to leave for the moment. That one can be toggled off as well. And I think that'll be okay. This is still cool in here because of our freezers. And yeah, if they get hot, just run into the freezer for a second. A group of elephants has wandered in. They have a little bit of gear on their back. Anything we really want? Probably not, to be honest. I'm happy not having that. I would consider taming them. But let's have a quick look at what that is. Well, we could tame them. I mean, I imagine they give you a lot of meat. Yeah, 560 meat and elephant leather, which I could only imagine is good. Let's just have a quick look. While quite tough, it is a poor insulator. I think we have enough animals as it is. It's already starting to slow down my game a little bit, so I'm just going to leave them be, I think. All right, electricity has officially finished, which is fantastic. The question is, where do we want to go from here? So this is going to give us a whole bunch of stuff, including wall lights, electric things. In terms of power generation, we have, what do we have? We have the wind turbine, the wood fuel generator, and the windmill. What does this do? Requires a large, okay, so that's basically the same as the wind turbine. I think that'll be okay. The thing is, we're going to be needing a lot of steel to get a lot of this built, and that sort of just is what it is. Advanced lights might be nice, but I think air conditioning is where I really want to go. But we should probably get some storage for our power before we go there. So I'm going to go for battery first, and then go into air conditioning and probably the solar panel, to be completely honest with you. That is the plan, but unfortunately that did come with a raid. They're going to prepare for a while and then attack. In terms of their gear, we should be absolutely fine to deal with these guys. I need to get these walls upgraded way sooner than I would like. This psychic rain has just not let up. It's been 52 days so far, and it's not the worst thing that we have persisting in our world, but you know, it is a little bit unfortunate. We also have a lot of people available to do research at the moment, which is why we're smashing through that so fast. But yeah, I'm going to wait for these guys to attack, and we'll come back and deal with them. That makes sense. So this is why the windmill exists. It's because the wind turbine requires components. Thankfully, we have our crafting camp making those for us, so we can actually go ahead and get some wind turbines up and running. And then we have the wood fire generators, which makes 1000 watts. This makes 2300, but it's going to be on and off. I think I would like some wind turbines, and I think I want them down here. The only problem with that is we're going to have to ravage trees in order to do so. So that's 100 steel and 2 components. We can probably make a couple of these, to be completely honest with you. We could also potentially put them up here, but I don't love that. Over here would also be a great spot, actually. That's honestly maybe the best choice. Because over here, we don't have a lot of things. And it's stone floor, so we're not going to have to worry about, you know, cutting down plants that get in the way of it. I think I'm going to build that right there. And do we put another one in? And also, how close can these be? Like, if I build them in a row, Is that going to cause problems? Or do we need to put it all the way up here? Because that's also not going to work because we have walls in the way. Okay. Cancel that. Let's go ahead and build this all the way down the bottom then. Just there. And that will be... there should be fine. And that won't get in the way of anything. We might need to watch some trees. Actually, honestly, that should be absolutely perfect. I'm going to start with 2 wind turbines there. They can get working on that. We will need more steel. In terms of marble, do we really care that much? Probably not. We still have... do we have any marble in these? We go to the group. Marble chunks? No, we have no marble chunks in there. The whole map is filled with marble though, so that's not really a problem. Yeah. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to jump to the world map. I'm going to go to my mining site and I'm going to say, please mine steel instead. That'll give us 512 steel next delivery. And that should be good. And then after we deal with this raid, we can figure out what we actually want to do with the rest of our electricity setup. Okay, the raid is starting, but I'm just realizing, can I even build this here? Because that is roofed. There is a roof on that. I'm going to try, see what happens. Maybe they'll deconstruct the roof. Maybe things will collapse. Who really knows? But the raid is officially starting. They're going to take a while to get here, but I will go ahead and set everyone up. So we're going to draft everyone that is ranged. We'll send them right to the middle for now and grab all of our melee people and bring them to the back line. That'll be okay. Hopefully these guys don't start attacking my wall. I don't think they will. You are affected by go juice. That's fine. Okay, we'll keep that in mind if we're drafting anyone. They might have addictions. But it looks like they're all just going for the wall. All going for the trap situation, so we should be okay. We also have another problem. It turns out crossbow bolts stack to an insane amount. I don't know what the stack limit is on a crossbow bolt, but apparently it's bigger than 606. So we still don't have anything over here. So I'm just going to grab my numbers tab, go to colonists and sort by shooting. And we will go ahead and get Dragon to man that Scorpion turret. Move you to there and that should be okay. As they start to come in, they will get taken down by our traps, which is going to be fantastic. Apparently that one was quite tough. Are these Neanderthals? No. No, oh, some of them are. Okay, that makes sense. All right, and here they come. Let's go ahead and select all of our melee pawns because they have all of the abilities. I might even select everyone just for a second so we can enable combat command. I think that's going to be good. Ah, buffs nearby enemies. That's cool. I didn't know that existed. But fantastic. We'll grab these guys and I will probably just say chain cast chain bolt. Like automatically recast chain bolt on whoever you see. I think that'll be fine. And then I'll do the fire ones manual. So they're coming in, they're going to get attacked. And honestly, I don't think they'll last very long before they start to retreat, especially with the way this is going so far. But it's always good to check. We'll go back to normal speed for a second here as they make their way through. And once we get a decent amount right there, we are going to go ahead and set out an explosion. And let's do a breathe flame as well. Hopefully that didn't affect you. Let's reselect them. I might go ahead and launch a thunderbolt in there. And hopefully we can start taking these guys out. They're getting a little bit closer than I would like. At this point, I think I'm going to move my melee pawns up a little bit, just so that they can deal with this guy if he does decide to come in. Puma, go ahead and attack them. And then Puma, come back, if you can. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. Do we have any abilities that we can use? We have a flame ball we can launch back here. Okay, Ruben is on fire. These guys are getting awfully close. I'm really quite surprised that they haven't, you know, run away yet. You have 4 conditions, 17 conditions, 5 conditions. All 3 of you go and attack this guy. Catrion, where are you going? No, you stay back here. Oh, this is getting scary. I don't know where Catrion's going, but Ruben is okay. I don't know why you're running out there first. Melee attack them. Can I stop you from doing whatever you're doing? Because it's silly. undraft and attack. Why are you going out there? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. Anders and Puma, go ahead and attack these guys. Catrion is moving for some reason. Okay. Okay, they're now fleeing. That's good. How is our damage? I think we're okay. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why everyone was going out being silly. I'm going to undraft everybody. And they should hopefully put out some of these fires. I'll allow all. And in terms of getting some of these people, wow. Okay, you're unwaveringly loyal, so that's not relevant anyway. You are animals? No. I honestly don't think we need any more people. I think we need to deal with ourselves first. So you're bleeding out in 5 hours. You're bleeding out in 16. Okay, 4 conditions. Bleeding out in 2. Ueli is in trouble. Ruben's okay. Anders is okay. And Puma is okay. So medic, I'm going to draft you and say stabilize Ueli if I can find them on this. Sometimes it's a little bit weird with my UI stuff. That should be okay. Everyone else should go to hospital that needs it. That's done. We'll undraft them. You should be running. You guys might all run outside, but that's okay. I might even just grab anyone who isn't hurt. Oh, they're fleeing. That makes sense. Okay. I'm going to draft these guys, bring them down here, and we can maybe take out some of the other guys that are running. Because, you know, I want to. I thought they would take longer to break down that door, to be fair. Alright, take them out. Take them out. 12 conditions. There we go. Alright, undraft everyone there. Deal with the wounds. 4 hours for medic. 16 hours. 4 conditions. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And you're fine. So medic really needs to be healed more than anything else. So I'm going to rest until healed. I will get Ueli to also rest until healed. Have you been... Yeah, no, you haven't been tended yet. And then Emily, can you please go ahead and tend to medic first, because medic can help with the other things. In terms of our other doctors, who do we have? I always forget. That is medic, Anders, Emily, Catrion, and Miranda. So Miranda, can you please tend to Ruben? Actually, Miranda, you tend to Catrion, because they can do things. What are you doing? Oh, you're just down. Okay. That's fine. You should die eventually. Lily is going to... Oh, I thought Lily was a doctor. Apparently not. Anders, Emily, and Miranda. Okay, so Emily and Miranda are going to have to do most of this work here, I think. How are we looking? You're fine. You're fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anders will be fine, and Ueli will be fine. Okay. A little bit scary, but we managed to deal with it. A little bit scarier than I was expecting. You are still just up and wandering around. I think you'll be alright, though. I think they will just leave. I hope they will just leave. And everyone can get tended and heal up. That was rough. We have ritual opportunity right now. That could be good to boost everyone's spirits after all of that. Medical treatment is no longer needed on anyone. We have a minor break wrist and we need a meditation spot. We can go ahead and unrestrict everyone again. And since everyone has been tended, we may as well go ahead and start a Pulse of the Clan. There is a, I don't know, like 70% chance this is good. 75% chance this is good. Let's go ahead and begin that. Hopefully this boosts everyone's mood a little bit. Anders looks like he's not going to join for some reason. But sure, that is what it is, I suppose. And we are still alive for another day. Thankfully, we didn't lose anyone, but that was a little bit scarier than I would have liked it to be. Neanderthals can be scary. They didn't have good weapons, but they managed to get close to us, and that is the risk we take. That was a good or fun Pulse of the Clan. 8+ mood for everyone, and another 2 development points. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to continue on. Some of the crafting is getting done. We are now working on some dusters. Kids stuff is all finished. That is fantastic. And yeah, we'll come back in a little bit. All right, this is tempting. Friends needing help. Crocodile, earthly chief of the Barco Alliance, recently rescued 7 tribespeople from an enemy jail. He wants you to guard them at New Reach until he can send a shuttle to collect them in 13 days. The tribespeople are suffering from paralytic abasia and must be kept in bed. That's fine. We can totally do that. I think we might even have room in the hospital to accommodate all of them. The reason I'm interested in this is because they are going to give me a large vanometric power cell. And now this will output 2400 watts, right? But it also generates that energy for free, forever, without using fuel. This technology is developed by Archotechs and is beyond even most Glitterworld societies. While nobody knows exactly how it works, scholars believe it somehow extracts energy directly from fluctuations in the quantum foam. That is very, very tempting. We also get 442 plasteel and 37 mechanized, motorized components. I am very tempted to do that. The question is, well, I guess we can. It's 7. We have 7 hospital beds. That'll be fine. We just need to wait for all of our people to heal up. And potentially go ahead and add another 2 beds in here just in case we need them. Let's cancel that. I think I would prefer that to be there. It's not going to get a side table, but, you know, that is what it is. And this one can just be cancelled because I really don't like where that was. But that should be fine, honestly. We just wait a little bit until our people are healed and then, yeah, move on with our lives. Get those free power going. Absolutely. Why not? That is exactly what I was worried about. This is blocked by the roof, so we need to deconstruct that. This one will also be blocked by the roof, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. This one is just never going to happen. This one is possible if we move it over by 1, but I'm going to cancel it for now, deconstruct that one, and I guess we'll go with the original plan of building it down here. We could potentially utilize this space. Is there any roofs over here? It doesn't look like it. If we mine this out, we might be able to get that to work. It's just very, very far from our colony, so we're going to have to run wires a long, long way. But if we can get that free power, we might not have to worry about it at all for the time being. We also have this geothermal vent over here, which we can definitely go ahead and use. That is another research, though. Where would that be? That would be in something. Let me just find that and we'll come back. Okay, geothermal generator is over here. It costs 4,800. That's going to take so long to research. But yeah, I'm very excited about the free power. So yeah, I'm just going to deconstruct this for the moment. Let them get on with their day. And I guess there's no better time than now to go ahead and accept this quest for the large vanometric power cell. Need to keep these guys for 13 days. We have plenty of food. I don't think that's going to be a problem. They have all arrived. Hopefully they just go to these beds. I'm not 100% sure if they will. Where did they arrive? Jump to location. They're arriving down here. And we need to, I believe, rescue all of these guys. So that's reserved. You can rescue them. Medic can rescue them. Catrion can rescue them. Ilarius can rescue them. Miranda can rescue them. Kiesel can rescue them. And Ueli can rescue them. I believe that's it. Yep. Perfect. Get them all rescued. They should, I believe, be taken to the hospital. But I'm not 100% sure. It looks like that is indeed the case. So we'll get them all in their beds. They should be absolutely fine. Nice and easy to deal with. They're not going to move around. They can't move around because they have, what was it called? Paralytic abasia? Neurological condition that makes a person unable to walk. Patients recover naturally, but the process is slower. So they're all going to be in there. Ruben, stop. You get out of there. Is everyone rescued? That is my question. Let me just quickly check that everyone is officially in here. Okay, no, you went to that bed. Let's get medic. You please. Can I take you to? Can I please take you to this bed? That's where I would like you to be. This is for, if I say for prisoners, then we can go ahead and grab Alarius and rescue them. And that'll be okay. They should be taken to the hospital. That's going to mean we have basically no hospital until this bed is built, but I think that's going to be okay. And then this can now be for colonists. Fantastic. All right, batteries is officially done, and we have a new raid coming in as well. Unfortunate. Question is, what do we get next? I think it's going to be air conditioning, so we'll start that. These guys are... Okay, they've got relations. I don't care about that. They have dropped right on top of you. Okay, they are dropping in to Dragon and Medic's bedroom where Bunz is sleeping. Wish me luck. If I can just select my people, please. Let's draft everyone and get them all to stand out here for the moment, I guess. Please don't kill Bunz. Please don't kill Bunz. Let's let them get out of their pods. Are they gonna come out? Let's go for half speed. All right, they're out. They have guns. I am scared. They're gonna trash this bedroom. I don't know the best way to deal with this. Who has the best psi-focus stuff? Not you. Ruben has fireballs. If I fireball in this room, it's gonna hit Bunz. Bunz might die. Baby Bunz might die here. If we use Puma, you have Chain Bolt. Let's stop autocasting that for a second. I'm gonna get Puma to stand. Well, Puma is far away. Is Anders? Are you closer? No, you're also all the way over there. Oh no. All right. I guess Anders is taking the lead then. Who did I set to go there? Puma, you come back to here. Anders, you go to there. Our best shots are Dragon and Medic, so Dragon and Medic is probably over there as well. You can come to there. And then I guess we just sort of spread these guys out a little bit. Get them nice and close. Stefanton, you come over here as well. And I guess we just enter the room. Maybe we can wait a little bit. Hopefully they're not going to do anything to Bunz. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Yueli, you come back to there. Alright, bedroll was destroyed. That's okay. We can rebuild that. Bunz is on fire. Okay. Anders, you go in here and start attacking them. You three start shooting. Where is everyone else? They're slowly getting here. Anders, just hold the line. I really don't want Anders to go down because they're our best crafter. Let's move everyone else up. Hopefully they can shoot from there. I don't think they will be able to. No, of course they can't. Anders is taking some damage, but we are getting some shots in. Alright, Medic is coming through. Ruben, you need to get like right up here. Anders is doing a decent job though, holding the front line. They've got some gunshots, but they're okay. We might be able to grab Medic and use... what do we have? What do we have? Word of productivity, word of trust, focus. We also have pain block. Let's use pain block on Anders. Can I not do that? Because someone is in the way, probably. Okay, Medic, you come up to here. Lily, you come back here. Ruben. Okay, these three need to move back a little bit. Medic, now use pain block on Anders. Can I really not use pain block? Why can't I use pain block? Okay, maybe I can't. Maybe we use focus instead. Word of immunity, word of healing. Let's use focus on Anders, maybe? Okay, That's not going to work. Medic, you come in behind. Ruben, you go to there. Medic, now can you use pain block? Yes. Perfect. Pain block on them. Ruben, can you please just fireball straight in there? Perfect. Explosion is a little bit too dangerous. Puma, you come to here. Anders is doing a decent job holding this front line. Bunz is bleeding out in 13 hours, but we're okay. You please go ahead and use chain bolt on anyone you can see. Perfect. You move to there now. Keep using chain bolt. And yeah, I think we're going to be okay. These guys are crawling out, but that's fine. I think we're alright. We aren't really shooting anyone anymore. Nanan, you don't want to be here. I'm just going to draft you and put you over here for the second. And then you two... Actually, yeah, we might be able to do this. Let's go ahead and get... Not you. Where is Medic? Medic's shooting. Dragon is going to come to here. Actually, no. Ruben's going to come over here. Dragon, you go to there. Go to there. We'll move you out of the way. And who is our next best shooter? Ilarius. Ilarius, you come into here. And you might be able to shoot across around the corner. You three, just shoot, please. Crossbow at them. Alright, perfect. Anders should still be here. They're bleeding out in 7 hours, but they're doing a great job. You continue to melee attack people. They are running, apparently. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and move everyone out of the way so that they can get out. Because I believe that is all they're trying to do right now is just leave. And we'll probably still keep shooting at them, to be fair. And they're both down. I believe that is everyone now down. No one's standing. Oh, that was scary. Okay, Bunz is bleeding out in 3 hours. Anders is bleeding out in 7. Anders should be okay. Let's go ahead and get... who is our doctor? Let's get Emily. Where's Emily? To go ahead and tend to Anders. And Medic can go in here and stabilize Bunz. We really need to get Bunz fixed up real quick. Everyone else is going to stay drafted for the meantime. Actually, all of these guys can be undrafted at this point. Go start putting out those fires. Oh, that was scary. That was scary. Alright, that's done. Medic can now be undrafted and please rescue Bunz. Perfect. Anders is going to be okay. Alright, is anyone else hurt? Catrion is okay. Alright, thankfully that went better than I thought it might. And we have a whole bunch of people down here that we maybe want to recruit. So you can give us crafting. You can give us mining. I would like some more miners. You are useless. You are mining as well. It's just they're all on top of each other. I hate when they're all on top of each other like this. Who was that miner? That was Alita Rhodorock. So Miranda, go ahead and capture Miranda Rhodorock. Was that who we needed? No, Alita Rhodorock. Miranda, capture Alita. Yep, perfect. And Stefanton, you can capture Roka. Was the other one I wanted? Yes. Stefanton, you can capture Roka. And then the rest of everyone else down here can be finished off. Actually, strip them first and then finish them off. Alright, Medic is now taking Bunz to the hospital bed. That's okay. Anders is still drafted and so is Emily. We can undraft both of them. Medic should put Bunz down here. Nope. Medic is now breastfeeding. Okay, stop. And prioritize tending. It's not a thing. Medic, rescue. Put him down. Stop picking them back up. Is Bunz okay? No, Bunz needs things. Medic, stop. And I can't tend. Rescue. Nope, they just immediately picked them back up again. Okay. Stop. Medic, draft, and tend. I guess that's the only way we're going to be able to do that. Colonist needs rescue. That's fine. We've already done that. And Bunz down here is going to be okay. They had a lot of things burned off, but thankfully we can regrow limbs. Solar flare is ending. Colonist needs rescue still. That's okay. Medic is still tending. How's Anders doing? Anders is okay. Anders is all fixed. And Catrion is fine as well. Thank goodness. All right. Bunz is now tended. Medic can now be undrafted and go ahead and breastfeed like you wanted to before. For some reason, you rescue them before feeding them, but, you know, it is what it is. All this stuff is now done. We can now finish everyone off down here. Orders, haul urgently, everything in this general vicinity, because that is all trash. And we need somewhere for Medic and Dragon to sleep, but this is currently unowned, so they'll probably just move up to there. The only problem is this wooden crib is also broken, but we do have this one, so that'll be okay. We can reinstall that. Let's cancel these 3 and just move all of these over. That'll be okay. That'll probably be the fastest way to get that done. Perfect. I call that a win. That was terrifying. Oh, Nanan is still drafted. Sorry, Nanan. We also have another animatree linking ceremony ready, but we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know how you got up, but sure. Our first drop pod raid and our first breacher raid in the same episode. Absolutely terrifying. With that all said and done, though, we are going to end the episode here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I definitely am. If you are, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Become a Golden Panda member to become a part of the clan. And until next time, happy building, happy surviving. Bye, guys.